Hello friends, welcome back to my channel IT Parivar. So guys, in the last video we learned what is Active Directory, what is domain controller, why Active Directory needed. Means why we should use Active Directory, what is the purpose to use of Active Directory. So in the last video we learned all these things about these points. Okay. Now I'll show you the live demo. Okay, like how to install Active Directory roles on server. Okay, how to make a domain controller, and we'll see how to join a computer or client machine to the domain also. Okay, so to complete this demo, I have one server and I have one client machine on which I logged in remotely. So this is my server where we'll install the Active Directory service, or will make this server as a domain controller or Active Directory domain server. Okay, and I have one client machine which IP is 10.10.11. okay, to which will join to the domain. Okay, once we'll promote server as a domain controller, or we'll make a Active Directory domain server. Okay. One more thing, you can see here the IP of these the two machines, or server and client machine, is same network IP. Okay, you can see here this server IP is 10.10.11. okay, and the client machine IP is 10.10.15. okay, so both server and machine is in same subnet, same network. Okay, so that it will communicate with each other. Okay, now let's start. Let me go to the my server. Before go ahead, guys, I'll request you to please subscribe my channel if you are new for IT Parivar. Okay, and click on the bell icon so that whenever I'll upload the new videos, you will get the notification. I know this video will be long because we are going to cover all these points, like we'll install the Active Directory role. Just to save time, I have already installed the Active Directory role here, but yes, I will show you how you will install the Active Directory roles on this server. Okay, so but yes, the rest of the configurations will take some time. Okay, like promoting this server as a domain controller, making this server as a domain controller, creating user account in Active Directory users and computers, and using that user account will log into the client machine. Okay, once we'll join that machine to the domain. Okay, so let's start. One more thing, I'll request you to please don't skip this video, because this video will be helpful for you if you are new for Active Directory, or if you are preparing yourself for Active Directory domain controller. Okay, for managing Active Directory domain controller. So what you need to do is you need to open server manager on your server, and you need to click on add and roles and features. Click to next, click to next. Okay, here you will see your server name. So my server name, this server name is DC. Okay, you can install this role on a remote server also from here, but you need to select that server name. We are going to install this Active Directory server on this server only. Okay, locally. So here just you need to make sure the server name is same where you are going to install the role. Okay, so this is TC1, IP is 10.10.11. you can see here. Okay, you need to do a next. Okay, then you need to select here Active Directory domain services. Here it is showing install, just to save the time. I have already installed the role. Okay, but yes, rest of the configurations are still pending, so I'll show you. Okay, so in same way you need to select this and click to next. Okay, and as we haven't selected any options, so the next option is grayed out now. So what we'll do, I was just trying to show you what you need to do is to install the Active Directory domain service. Just you need to select this role, click to next, next, and next. Okay, then you will be you will be redirected on this wizard. Okay, Once we'll start the installation, Active Directory service role installation. Okay, at the last, once the role will be installed, you can see configuration required, installation succeeded on DC1. Okay, one more thing, if Active Directory domain service will be installed, which roles will be or features will be installed also on the server. So you can see here group policy management, remote server administration tool, role administration tool, ADDS and ADLDS tool, okay, and Active Directory Administrative Center, ADDS snapping command line. Okay, so all these features and roles will be installed once we'll install the Active Directory domain services or role on server. Now let's just close this. Okay, and here you need to click on the notification bar. So on once you'll click here on yellow button, okay, notification button, you can see here configuration required for Active Directory domain services at DC1. Promote this server to a domain controller. Okay, so you need to click here. Here you will see select deployment operation, add a domain control to an existing domain, add a new domain to an existing forest, add a new forest. Okay, so these options, like if you have already existing domain, right, where you just need to add this server, okay, as a ADC, additional domain controller, okay, then we can go with these two options. Okay, add a new domain, okay, if need to add a child domain, right? But if you have already like a xyz.com domain, so you need to select this, okay, and you need to mention here, you need to enter here your domain name, which is already you have. Okay, here we are going to create a new domain, so we'll go with this option, add a new forest, and we need to specify the domain name here, right? So I am going to enter here the domain name like IT Parivar dot local. Okay, click to next. In same way you need to put the domain name, whatever domain you want. Okay, it's checking, you can see here, so it will take few seconds. Okay, still it's verifying. Okay, see, let's move to the next page now. Okay, here we are going to create a forest functional level, right, a forest domain. So as I'm using 2016 domain operating system, so here it is showing by default forest functional level is 2016. Okay, but you can change it, right, can change it to lower, or as this is showing higher. Okay, because in our I mean on this server I am using the 2016 operating system only, so we can keep the same. Okay, now here we need to, it will be by default selected like domain name system global catalog, so we need to keep both as it is. Okay, here you need to just set a password, that is DSRM password, directory services restore mode password. This password will be used to restore any configuration. Okay, if there will be any issue, or if server will be corrected like that. Okay, then you need to click next and go with the default option, click to next. Here it will pick the net BIOS name by default as per domain name. Okay, so it will take some time, let's wait for a few seconds. Still verifying the configuration. See, as I said, it will pick the net BIOS name as per the domain. If you want to keep a different net BIOS name, you can change it. Okay, but let's keep the same. Okay, and click to next. On each and every steps or additional steps, you can say. Server will verify each and everything. Now here database folder, okay. So Active Directory database default path is C Windows and NTDS, you can see, and sysvol folder path is C Windows sysvol, where Active Directory group policies will be restored, okay. So at this location, whatever the group policies will create, those group policies will be saved into this sysvol folder, okay, and the Active Directory database will be saved into this NTDS folder, okay. Click to next, and then next. Now you can see it is checking prerequisites needs to be validated before Active Directory domain service is installed on this computer. So it is verifying the prerequisites for a domain controller operation, okay. So here we need to wait for maybe few minutes or few seconds. Till now, let me show you something. We need to go to run and cpa.cpl, click to OK to check the network configuration, or you can click here on this small computer icon which is in notification area, right click and then open network and sharing center. This window will be opened from there also. So right click here, this is the network of the server network card, NIC card. This is VM network, you can see, because I have installed the VM workstation on this server, okay. So we need to make sure the IP configuration should be okay on server and client machines also. So here you can see I have used IP 10.10.11 default subnet mask, and as we are not using any gateway, so I leave it as blank. Preferred DNS, I keep the same server name, because we have no any other domain or DNS server. We are going to make this server as a domain controller or DNS server, so we can use the same server IP address here, I mean same IP here as a preferred DNS. If you have any other existing domain, okay, you can put here that domain or DNS IP as a preferred DNS or alternate DNS, okay. So let's say okay, we verified this, close, and you can see here all prerequisites check passed successfully. Now let's click to install, okay. Here if you want, you can see, just for your knowledge, like which type of operations are going on. Like you can see here Windows Server 2016 domain controller have a default, the security setting name, okay, and here it will show the all progress, whatever it will execute. So it will take few more time, okay. Till now let's quickly check the same network setting on a client machine, okay, because we'll join this machine to the domain, okay. So here you need to check first, okay, right click on this PC, go to properties, and I think as I already shown, the PC name is computer name is PC1 and this is not in work group, okay. Let's verify the network configuration. Let's go by here this time, okay. Right click, open network and sharing center, click on change adapter setting, right click, go to properties, okay, IPv4 properties, okay, and here I already put the DNS IP address, okay. So this computer IP is 10.10.15, okay, and here I entered preferred DNS server IP is 10.10.11. This IP is the same server IP where we are installing the Active Directory service, okay, or Active Directory role, or to which server we are trying to make a domain controller, okay. So in same way, you need to configure the IP address on your client machine to join the machine to the domain. Okay, now let's wait for this configuration. Okay, configure the DNS server. Okay, so DNS is built in with this built-in DNS, we can say, with this Active Directory role. Okay, so all these steps, you can say, a delegation for this DNS server cannot be created because the authoritative parent zone cannot be found or does not run. You can ignore this. This is just a warning. Okay, you guys can ignore this. Okay, yeah, you can see this server was successfully configured as domain controller. You are about to be signed out. Okay, so once the server will be configured as a domain controller, server will be restarted automatically, right? You can see restarting. Okay guys, this video is very important, I think, for you if you are a new for Active Directory, or if you want to be a Active Directory administrator, okay, or domain administrator. So I'll request you to don't skip. Okay, please wait and watch full video so that each and everything will be clear to you. Like, we'll after this we'll join that client machine to the domain, we'll create one user also, and using that newly created user will log into the client machine. Okay, server rebooted, it is showing connecting. Okay, let me close this. The client machine is also hosted on the same server, that is why client machine also disconnected. But let's wait till server will come up. Okay, let me try to check if server is up. We can ping to server 10.10.10.11. okay, see, it's showing destination host unreachable. So I'm trying to provide you the extra information here. I mean, if any server will be rebooted, or if we need to check if server is reachable or not, we can ping and check like server is reachable or not, right? Here this time it was showing destination host unreachable, right, because the server was in reboot mode. Now it's showing as, it's giving the reply. Okay, means server is getting up now. Okay, now let me try to log in by going to run and type here mstsc, hit enter. First let's try to log in on our server. Okay, which IP is 10.10.11. okay, let's put here password, say okay, closing this cmd. Click to yes. Okay, still loading the, you can see here group policy client. Okay, so as this server was promoted as a domain controller, so now it will load all the services related to the Active Directory. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, if server configuration will be heavy, right, heavy means like 16 GB RAM, 20 GB RAM, and double CPU. Okay, then the server will be rebooted fastly. So here still it's loading. But yes, initially it will take some time. You can see here all process. Okay, default domain policy loaded automatically. let's say okay, and type your password again. One second, let me change it here. It's not PC1, it's a DC1. Okay, and then password. Second. So let me, why we are getting this error here, I'll tell you. Okay, as we have promoted server as a domain controller, right? And now it's, this machine is joined to the, this server is itself joined to domain. Okay, so here we need to put here IT Parivar dot local or IT Parivar. Okay, I mean domain name. Okay, and then password, and here you can see now we are able to log in. Okay, so you need to take care on this also, on this part. Once the server will be promoted as a domain controller, and if you are trying to log in using a administrator account, you need to put the domain name first and then user account. Okay, user ID, password. Okay, so here you can see we are able to log in. Okay, let's wait till server manager will load. Okay, so server manager is loading still. Now you need to click on tools. So guys, I need your support because server configuration is low. Due to this is taking some time. Okay, but yes, as I said, if server configuration will be good, then the server will work, you know, faster than this. Okay, so if you guys will support me, I'll try to, you know, make the configuration as, you know, as faster as compared to this. So yes, I mean, once server will be promoted as a domain controller, so you can see here. Now once we'll click to the tools, okay, you can see the Active Directory users and computers, Active Directory domain, Active Directory administrative center, group policy management, and DNS. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll create one user now. Okay, let's create one user by opening Active Directory users and computers. As I said, server configuration is low, so it is taking some time. Let me reopen Active Directory users and computers. It is taking some more time. I apologize for the delay. Let me refresh server manager and then we'll try again. Tools, Active Directory users and computers. Let me close this again. Let's try to open the same using command dsa.msc also. Yes, you can see here it's open now. Okay, you can see the domain name is itparivar.local. It's showing here. Now what we'll do, we'll create one user account here. Okay, and then we'll join the client machine to this domain itparivar.local. Okay, we'll log in on that client machine using the domain user ID, which we'll create here. Okay, so here we can create one OU. Either we can create any create a user in any existing OU like users or computers, but let's create one OU here. Server is bit slow. Right click, right click, again it's in not responding mode. Okay, let's right click, as we promoted this server recently. Okay, so sorry, next, right click, let's do one thing for now. Let's create one user in this user OU. Okay, I will show you later on like how you can create a OU, how you can create a user or group in that specific OU. Okay, let's create here one user for now. Okay, just for the testing purpose, right click, new, and then user. Let's type here test one. Okay, username. You can create or you can, one second, let's put here Ram and last name Ram Kumar. So you can see full name will be Ram Kumar. Okay, user login name you can put here Ram dot Kumar. Okay, Ram dot Kumar. Click to next and set here password. Okay, you can uncheck this option, otherwise it will prompt user to reset the password at next login. Okay, next, finish. Okay, so we have created here one user Ram Kumar. Okay, right, that ID, sorry, yeah, so let's verify the ID. Okay, we keep the login name like ram.kumar. Okay, ram.kumar. So using this user ID we'll log into the machine. Okay, so now let's join to the let's join client machine to the domain. Okay, let's go to the client machine. Okay, let me log in to client machine here remotely. Sorry, mstsc. Okay, the client IP is 10.10.15. Okay, as I already shown. Let's enter credential. Yes, and now you can see, let me show you from the scratch. You need to open File Explorer, go to this PC, right click and go to properties. We have already verified the network configuration initially. Okay, go to change setting. Now click to change and select here domain. Here you need to put your domain name, IT Parivar. Okay, same. Okay, and here need to enter credential. Say okay. Let's wait for a few seconds. It will take some time. Once this machine will be joined to the domain, then there will be AD record gets created into AD object, you can say, for this computer with this name PC1. Okay, So PC1 account should be created in Active Directory. Let's wait first. Yeah, so you can see welcome to the IT Parivar domain. Say okay, okay, close and restart now. So this machine is getting restarted. Now let's try to check on domain controller if AD object or computer account created in Active Directory or not. Okay, so let's go to tools, Active Directory users and computers, and by default any computer will join to the domain, then the AD object will be get created into this OU, computer OU. So you can see here PC1, okay, right? And our client machine name was also PC1, to which we just joined to the domain, right? Let's go to properties once, and 1 second, let me show you one more thing. Let's click to view and click to advanced feature, and then again go to domain computer OU, PC, right click, go to properties, okay, and then let's go to object. Okay, you can see here it is showing 12/21/2016. okay, modified date is 12/21/2016. okay, and what is the IP, what is the time on our time and date on our server? Actually this is in backdate, okay, but let's consider this date and time. Okay, so you can see 21st December, and same here. Okay, so this object was created today only. Okay guys, I am trying to show you each and everything so that you will be aware of about each and everything. Okay, like when PC one or any computer account which is joined to the domain, which that account created into the Active Directory. So in this way you can check that also, right? Now let me close this, and now let's try to log into that machine. Okay, using a domain user account which we created, I mean ram.kumar user ID. Okay, so how we can log in? That machine is I have created here in VMware. Okay, so what we need to do is, first we need to add that user, or let me do one thing, let me log in here, let me show you here, okay, by doing mstst, so that you guys will not get confused. Okay, it will prompt us to enter the credential. Okay, as of now I'm going to log in with the administrator account. Okay, we'll log in with that ram.kumar user account on this PC. Okay, but before that what we need to do is we need to give RDP access to that user. Okay, so to giving RDP access to that user, we need to go to the remote setting here. I mean, if user need to log in, okay, then so you can see here this is already allowed. Okay, so you can say yes. Now let's log off from this account, and let's try to log in using user account ram.kumar which we created in Active Directory. Okay, mstst connect. It will prompt us to enter credential, so we'll enter the yes, click to more choice, use different account, and here we'll enter ram.kumar. okay, but we are going to log in with domain ID, as we have created this account in Active Directory. So we need to put here the domain name itparivar.local, or you can just keep it here itparivar net BIOS name. Okay, and then enter password. Say okay. You can see, click to yes. See here, it's saying to sign in remotely, user needs write in sign in. Okay, so as we are going to log in uh, to remote, I mean via RDP. Okay, so that is what I was trying to showing yesterday. One second, let me log in to this PC using administrator. Or let me do one thing, let me log in from here, as this machine is installed here, okay, on this server. So let me log in here. Okay, and we'll give the RDP access to that user, or if we are not going to log into our using RDP, so we can log off this account, this administrator account from here. One second, let's log off and we'll sign in here using that account, using our Ram Kumar account. Okay, so this is VMware. Okay, and just for the testing purpose, or just to show you, I created here this test this test machine. Okay, this is the same machine, okay, which we joined to the domain. Now let's log into this. Okay, you can see here, sign into IT Parivar. It is already saying. If not, then we need to put here domain name before ram.kumar or before user ID, and let's enter password. You can see ram.kumar is able to log in now. So Ram is, I mean, using this account, we are logging in on this machine first time, so it is setting up the things. Okay, so guys, in this way you can, you know, set up a domain controller. I mean, you can install Active Directory services role on a server, and after installing the Active Directory server service on the server, that server will be become a domain controller. Okay, and using the domain controller, you can see, using the domain controller, you can, you know, create user account, you can create groups, OUs. Okay, and you can manage the network devices, network services, and you can manage users, groups, computer machines as well. Just I'm trying to show you here. We logged into the same machine. Okay, that is PC1. Clear? So using domain user ID, we logged in here, okay, with Ram Kumar ID, which we created in Active Directory, right? I know this video was long, okay, but I hope this will be helpful for you guys, because I tried to show you step by step each and everything. Okay, so I'm expecting everything is clear to you, like what is Active Directory services, how Active Directory services will be installed on a server, and then that server will become a domain controller. Okay, and from domain controller we can create user ID, we can manage user, group, computers. Okay, and we can join client machines to the domain also. Okay, following those steps what I show you. Okay, so I hope this video will be really helpful for you. So I'll request you to please share your feedback. Okay, if you have any query or concerns, please leave your comment. I'll definitely try to respond, and please share with your friends also. Don't forget to subscribe IT Parivar. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.